Imagine you were a child living in an orphanage with other children, but one day, you realize that this is not an orphanage, but a children's farm that uses the children for monster food. This is what happens in the Promised Neverland in 10 minutes. This starts in a children's orphanage, but it wasn't just any orphanage. The children had strange numbers on their necks. Also, they didn't know anything about their mothers, or how they got there, or why they were locked up in the middle of nowhere. A bit weird, huh? Although, the kids love each other very much, and consider each other as siblings, because they have lived together all their lives. Among the children, we have mainly these three. Besides being intelligent and the oldest, they are the protagonists. Norman, the most intelligent and calculator, Emma, the one who basically loves everyone, and Ray, who was the last son of Tamaki and Sasuke. And all these children are taken care of by this lady, a cold and unfeeling lady who is known as Mama, although she's not really their mother. One day, it was time for a little girl to leave, as she had been adopted. So, they were very sad about her unfortunate departure, and told her to please don't forget to write letters to them, because many children were leaving, but they never received news or letters from them. Well, I guess they will be happy and won't have time to write letters, they thought. But relax, this little girl would write to them. Or so they thought. Many tears came for her departure, and after she left, the children realized that she had forgotten her stuffed animal. This bear, rabbit, rat, well, whatever. So they went to look for it to give it to her because she appreciated it very much. Norman and Emma went out to look for it, but they could not find anything. What will it be? She will be gone. Well, they thought we will send it to her by mail. She will call us and she will send us letters too, no? I doubt it. Suddenly they found, I think in my humble opinion that not many letters are going to arrive. And probably not many letters from other kids either. Worst of all, this didn't stop here. After getting a tremendous scare for finding the girl dead, some demons, monsters, and bugs went out and— Wait, I smell something, But they didn't find anything. Of course, they are the main characters. They weren't going to die in the first episode. They had escaped with just enough, but they leave the stuffed animal lying there when it had stayed in their rooms. They are scared to death, because they found out that it was not an orphanage, but a children's farm, where they take care of them and fatten them just to sell them to these monsters. To top it off, they found out that Mama, their mother, who had taken care of them all this time, was working for them. And even worse, that soon the three main characters would be the ones chosen to adopt them. Wow! And so this is the beginning of Yakusoku no Neverland. Mama, the treacherous rat, went crazy because someone already knew about the secret of this orphanage. And the worst of all is that she was suspicious of our trio of protagonists. How many poor children must have been put there? Now, the orphans had 2 months to come up with a plan to leave. Otherwise, they would be devoured. This would not stop here, as they try to escape, but they get a not so pleasant surprise. They are surrounded by a giant wall, and to add to their bad luck, they realize that they have tracking chips in their ears, and that allows Mama to have the exact location of all the children. How unlucky the kids are. Their situation goes from bad to worse to horrible to impossible. Their life literally just totally changed. Now they had another thing going against them. Well, now in addition to trying to get past Mama, now they had to get past this crazy woman, who runs like a dog and also makes faces. I wake up on a normal day and see that face? I will scream like I'm gonna die. So they had to come up with a plan to try to get all the kids out of there. That's why they started training the kids to escape. Norman realized that there was probably some traitor in the orphanage, a child passing information to Mama. So to find out who it was, he set a trap for 2 of his classmates to see. And, well, who was the traitor? Yes, the traitor is you, Ray. What? Yes, he was the traitor. But he wasn't really bad. Well, he passed lies to Mama, and he only did it because with this agreement, he wasn't going to be eaten, and they were going to give him gifts. Well, I apologize, I still love you. But, of course, as I told you, the luck of the poor children is not so good to say. Because the new girl heard them talking about the plan. Yep, well, all the children are going to die. Unless she proposes them to ally. Wait, what? Smooth out. Well, she wanted to get Mama out of the orphanage. Well, okay, things are going better. They are getting a plan, and they already have direct information on everything. Okay, wait. Mama? Mama is aware of absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. And what do I mean by absolutely everything? I mean she realized that the new girl wants to betray her, and that's why she kills her, and she also realized that the three of them are making a plan to escape, and that Ray was also betraying her. Well, I think the monsters are going to have some delicious human meat. Now, Emma has a broken leg, and Norman was going to be the next one to be picked up in just a few days. This is going to get ugly. Relax, they were going to stop it at all costs. They can't take Norman. True. So, using a rope, Norman started to climb the giant wall and arrived. He had made it. He had been saved. In your face, Mama and human-eating monsters. Wait, why are you coming back? Norman, why didn't you escape? Look at you. He couldn't escape. Sadly, there was nothing left but to accept his death, but he left as someone we will always remember. The children hit a tremendous downturn and were left for dead. Without Norman and with the problem of climbing the wall, there was nothing. They were left with no options for survival. Or at least they made Mama think so. Because, after leaving, Norman had left behind a plan, a masterpiece to escape. So, they began preparations for 2 months. They began to tell all the children about it and were training to escape. The day came. The day of escape. The day in which they will finally be free. They will be able to know what is behind those walls. To accomplish this, they set the house on fire, cut off their own ear with the chips to avoid being traced and set off running. In all of the stories, there's a sad part, because unfortunately, the children under 4 years old had to stay. But at least he told one of the children the whole truth, so that when they get older, they can escape. Poor Phil, with his smile. And they made it. They ended up getting out, ended up being free, and avoided being eaten. Here, we are shown that Mama was happy. She was not evil, but she had always wanted to do what they did. And the orphans had managed to escape and everything was going well. They were running smoothly and happily. The only problem was that they had to get a place to stay and something to eat. And they were getting chased by a bug of 30 meters and 20 eyes. So Ray offered to kill it, but the problem became even bigger when more demons appeared. And these were from the farm, because they wanted them to get back to the orphanage. They surrounded the kids and it was their end. But 2 people appeared who wanted to help them. On one side, this girl saved Emma and the group, and this one on the horse saved Ray. When they woke up, they realized that they had been saved by the demons themselves. How? Yes, here. They explained that a lot of years ago, there was a promise between demons and humans to separate, and they said that humans could not hunt demons, and vice versa. They also said that demons needed to eat humans to survive, but they do not eat humans because of their religion? Well, if Muslims can't eat pork, then I guess because of their religion, they can't eat humans either. Makes sense. They became friends and they started practicing how to hunt and kill. The children now went from being food for the demons to having a meal with the demons. Nice change. Although it was time to separate, and the place they were going to was the house of a guy who had left the farms. In this house, they could live happily and without worries, because here they had everything. Bathrooms, normal rooms, kitchens, and even a room to spy on the demons. But, clearly this was not going to stay that way. Suddenly, their shelter exploded. They were attacked by people, but by people who worked for the farm. They were in trouble, but the huge monster appeared again, and they were able to escape. Meanwhile, we go back to the farm. Mama is locked up, and they're about to kill her, but they give her a chance. She has to bring back the children, and she will earn her freedom. But not only the freedom of being locked up, but the freedom of being on the farm. Interesting, huh? Now, the orphans were hiding and had serious problems with food. Now, to buy food, they had to go dress as demons. But one day, it smells like something here. Yeah, it smells like something, but I don't know what. Oh yeah, they're humans! After running around for a while, they had lost them. Although when it was time to go down, they were totally surrounded. It will be the end. Unless... Oh, it's beautiful. The king came back. Yes! Norman was still alive and now tells us a story. He had been sent to a laboratory where they experimented on children and drugged them. But he was able to escape, and he took some buddies with him and spent all this time creating a drug. This drug was going to allow what they had been longing for a long time. To be able to kill all the demons. Nah, definitely, Norman is God. Although Emma really wasn't happy about this, as she didn't want to kill any demons. Come on, you've been wanting this your whole life, and now I don't want to escape? Well, Emma realized that truly demons aren't evil, and that there are exceptions like the ones they meet. Emma and Ray went to visit him, and they made a deal. On the one hand, Norman was not going to exterminate the demons, while Emma was going to bring the ones they meet, because they do not need to eat humans to survive, and with the blood of those demons, they could feed all the demons and would not depend on eating humans. Although Norman still wanted to go ahead with his plan. Complicated decision. Which side are you on? On Emma's side or on Norman's side? Live with the demons or kill them all? They had it all figured out, and along comes Emma and ruins the whole plan. Norman was sick and had little time left to live, so he attacked the demons. They were all starting to degenerate while they were eating each other. Families were crying. Norman looked remorseful, but he could no longer stop what he started. Suddenly, Emma and Ray arrived, with these demons that didn't eat people. The good demons saved everyone, and Norman came to his senses and changed his mind, because he wasn't like that. Upon returning, they realized that the farms were in trouble, as they were going to send all the kids away. But this was Mama's plan to get them back. They were going to make the plan, and they were going to infiltrate the farm and save everyone. So, the children infiltrate on the farm. Mama ended up betraying the farm. So after reconciling, they all ended up back in the human world, the world where they belonged. But Emma gets to say she doesn't want to go, and she'll stay there. I mean, she's been fighting for over 2 years about this, and then when you're going to get there, I don't want it anymore. Please. So Emma, Ray, Norman, and others stay because they wanted to help the demons. The children arrived happily to the human world and already had a normal life, and some of them were adopted. And after a few years, Emma and the others ended up returning to Earth with the reunion. And that's how Promised Neverland ends. Well, everything was a bit rushed, and they omitted quite a few parts. Good arcs that disappeared. So, I would like to bring you a video of the manga. I mean, everything that should have happened in the season. So let me know if you would like it. That's all, and see you next time.